Okay, so low fade instead of a taper. Gonna start out with the zero line, kind of like a rainbow going on top of the ear. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you're flicking out while you do it, so you don't make a really harsh line or hard line like this. Show you guys the back really quick. Back doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, it's gonna get blended out. I'm gonna go like this. So I'm only gonna do one side, so it's faster. So you guys aren't here for 30 minutes. But I'm leaving it like this so I can kind of get an idea when I come to do this side that it will come around like that. So I just leave that like that and then I'll connect it later. Clean all this up. Clean your client. Look up a little bit. Yeah. Right there. Now we're gonna get the 2 guard. I always use a 2 guard open because it leaves the hair dark. So when you blend it up, it still looks, it gives it a nice transition from like really light to really dark. So I always use a 2 guard open. Sometimes I use a 3 guard open, but mainly it's a 2 guard open. And I'm just flicking out with it. Kind of like if you're, I keep saying this in all my videos, but kind of like if you're sculpting something out. Go like this. So, let's see, like that. Look over here, bro, real quick. You don't have to look at the camera, just you can look down if you want, just so they can see the angle. So I'm going out with it. I'm not going up with it. I'm going in and then out. In and then out. In and then out. And that's what I'm doing right here, so I can make his hair look like this, right? So then I'm gonna come with the clipper over comb and straighten it out a little bit, but that's basically the motion that I'm getting in at right now. And right here, I'm gonna keep this dark. He likes his hair like this. He likes his hair when it goes to the front. So you don't want to do this too short because then it's gonna look really weird. You don't want that, not with this type of hairstyle. So I'm gonna keep this dark and I'm gonna keep the rainbow look going on here. All right. Okay, now we're gonna get the clipper over the comb. And we're gonna go here. I like going, when it's really bulky like this, I go down with it. And I go like this, go like that, like this, like that. I'm barely getting the hairs that I see sticking out. When I put my comb, I'm literally only cutting those hairs. And I keep like a slant to my comb. So I don't go like this and I cut the hairs, right? Like I don't go like this. I don't go like that, I don't go like that. I slant it with how the hair's going. You know, I slant it like that and then I even take it out a little bit more and I cut it with my guard open. I always do open because sometimes if you do it close, you'll cut a little too much. So I always do it open. That's one way of doing it. Look over here real quick. Yeah, just so I can get this. So to me, this way is a little faster, like this. And he said he still wants to keep the top long, so we're not getting too much bulk out, so he can still have that look like, you get what I'm saying? So we're just softening it up so it can blend in a little better. All right. Now we're gonna get our thinning shears and we're gonna barely touch it, just so it can blend, give it that full, nice blend. And it's the same thing. You kind of just want to cut the hairs that you want blended. That's it. Like I'm not thinning shears. I'm not using thinning shears here. I'm not using them here. I'm not using them here. I'm literally using it on the ones that I need blended in. That's all I'm doing. Now we got our canvas set up. You do the half line. Keep in mind, this is his hair. I already cleaned my clippers. This is his hair, so I don't want anyone saying, oh, this guy has dirty clippers. I'm doing the same thing. I'm flicking out kind of sculpting it out towards that same motion. The half line should be probably like the easiest line to take out or to put in. See how that took me, like how long that took me? It should not take you that long. Now I'm gonna show you guys a different way to blend if you're a beginner. This is the best way for you to blend. So usually I'll tell you after this, get your 2 guard and start blending down. But for the sake of teaching you guys how to do it, I'm gonna get the 1 guard open and I'm still gonna blend out. When I mean blend out, I mean I'm flicking out. I'm doing that same motion. I'm going in and then out. Make another line. So now we have 3 lines. We have this bottom line, we have this middle line, and now we have this top line, right? The one we're making right now. But it's a soft line. You see how you can barely kind of tell that there's a line there? That's because that's called a soft line. I'm flicking out when I go up there, so it's making it a soft line. Now, get the 1 guard open. That was a 1 guard open. Now we're using a 1.5 guard open. And we're gonna go right underneath this right here. This is the last thing that we hit with the guard. Now we're gonna go right underneath that. And we're gonna hit it like this. And we're still gonna blend up with it. Blend up. When I mean blend up, I mean flick out, flick out. We're not blending up, we're flicking out. Well, okay, yes, we are blending up and we're flicking out at the same time. My bad, guys, sorry for the confusion. Right now we're flicking it out and it's kind of blending into the 2 guard open that we had already put with his hair. You see how like that's blending in together? Okay. Okay, cool. So now we are going back to the thinning shears and we're gonna get this little line that we made right here. And we're literally only touching these hairs. Gabe, we're only gonna do one side of the tutorial, so after this, you'll be chilling. Okay. Okay. Look up a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Just let's get back to the fade for time's sake. Okay, so we did the 0 line right here, the half line right here, the 1 guard open line right here, and the 1.5 guard open line right here. Take that line now a little bit more because it's still a little there. Just go back with the 2 guard open and just hit it, barely hit it. Just barely hit it. Look over here, Gabe, real quick, just so I can get this little line a little bit better. I'm barely hitting it with my corners, so I can like fully blend it in. Same thing right here. I'm barely hitting it with my corners. Okay, now we're gonna go back down to the 1 guard. So I'm gonna go over it again. 0 line, half line, 1 open, 1.5 open. So now we're gonna go back to the 1 guard and we're gonna find our 1 guard open line, which is, go over it again, 0, half, 1. So we're gonna hit that line with the same guard that we made it with. We're gonna hit it. And we're gonna go a little bit above it. And if it's not coming out, don't be scared. Like when I first started cutting hair, I was hitting it with the teeth right here and just hitting that line and it wasn't coming out. Well, it's not coming out because your clipper starts cutting right here, not here. So if your line is here and you're barely touching it with the end of your guard, it's not gonna cut. You wanna do it with the actual cutting blade. So if it's not cutting, just go higher. But I guarantee you, this guard is gonna take that line out. So, but let's just say it's not. Let's say you made a harsh line because you weren't flicking out properly. All you have to do is keep closing your lever. Close it down a little bit and hit it again. And hit it again and hit it again. And if it's not going away, it's because you're not going high enough. Like I said, don't be scared to cut. Just don't be scared to cut. Okay, now we're gonna go to the half guard. This is the first time we introduced the half guard. This is the half guard. And we're gonna take out this second line that we made. Second line. Here we go. Yeah. That one? Yeah, I'm listening to it too. Oh, you're talking about the West Tech. I thought you were talking about the video that Ant's watching. I'm fucking paying attention to that video. All right, so this is the half guard, and I did it open, and I'm literally trying to take this second line out, right? And if it's not coming out fully, completely, like in some spaces, like notice how when I'm coming here, my clippers at a different direction, different level. Over here, I'm going against it because his hair is coming down right here, and his hair is coming down here. So you always want to cut against the grain, against whatever way his hair is growing. So right here, I can still see the line a little bit, so I'm just gonna close my lever on a little bit, and I'm gonna hit the same spot, same spot. I'm not going higher with it. If you go higher, that's how you make lines. Just hit it, barely hit it, like with the corners. If it's not hitting, go a little bit higher. And if that's not taking it out, then that's when you close the lever and then you go back to the same spot and you start. When you're a beginner, bro, you have a lot of time, so don't try to rush anything. You'll get the hang of it like once you cut it hair enough. So now I'm gonna go back with the 1.5 guard. I'm just doing a little bit of detailing. You don't have to do this if you did it properly, but right here I just want to blend his hair out a little better in this specific spot right here. I'm just gonna hit a little bit, nothing crazy, because I'm gonna come back and detail it, so. But right now it's just bothering my eye a little bit, so I'm just gonna hit it real quick. Simple, nothing crazy. Okay, now we're gonna go down to the half again, and I'm gonna hit this little corner because I forgot to hit it right here. That's it. Now we're going to the half guard. I'm gonna take my brush, I'm getting my brush out. No more comb, this is my brush now. And I'm gonna take this last line out. And this is halfway open, and I'm going halfway from the 0 line to the half line, which is not there that much anymore because we already blended it out, but I have an idea of where it's at. If you don't like doing that, then just start 0, take the bottom line out, start 0, hit the bottom line out, then open it a little bit and do it again. But this is how I like doing it. I go halfway and then I open it all the way up because I see there's still a little bit of a line right here. I'm getting with my corners. Then I go all the way close, get that little line at the bottom. So I go halfway, go in the middle, I go all the way, go at the top, and I go all the way all the way up, go at the top, and then all the way close, go at the bottom. So now we're gonna go again, halfway right here. This is all halfway. You see how it's taking me a little bit longer to blend right here on this side because it's a little trickier. His hair grows in every direction, so I have to put my clipper in every single direction just so I know all his hairs are cut properly. Most people will struggle with this type of haircut. Like if he goes to another barber, they might not get it right. So you gotta make sure you be getting it right. When I first started, did I run today? I'm running later. Why? Your mama like these shorts. Your mama like these shorts. You don't want to. You're too young. You're too young to be falling in love, bro. You still got a whole life ahead of you.
Why, you fucked around and fell in love?
I fell in love too young, man. I fell in love way too young.
With his mom?
Yes. Well, with parts of his mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Waist down.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna detail it a little bit more, but for the most part, this is not the. This is the after, and I did not add any enhancements, so the haircut doesn't look crazy. It's still a clean haircut, and he's still gonna come back. The point I'm trying to make, you don't need all of your haircuts to look stupid amazing all the fucking time. If they look like this and they're still good, but they could be better with enhancements, don't worry about it. People are still gonna come back as long as you give them a good experience.